If you clicked on this video, you want to make a massive change in your career, and that feeling is uncomfortable. But that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to help you make your career change. So let's dive into it. Hi, my friends. My name is Mehar. I'm your career coach and mentor, helping you accelerate your career and take your career to the next level. As somebody who has made plenty of career changes in my career, and now helping students do the same, pivot their careers to find fulfilling and meaningful work, I am here to help you. I'm going to break down the career change strategy for you into 6 simple steps. These are the steps that I followed to switch my career from finance to strategy. And now that I am a coach, I am helping my students do the same as well. So you are not alone on this journey. We've been there, I have been there, and I'm here to help you. The first and foremost step that you need to do is be very sure as to what you want to do next. Many of us know that we are meant to do something different. We are meant to do something else. We feel trapped. We feel alone. But there is no clarity as to what we want to do next. So there is a gap as to where am I now and where do I see myself. But sometimes where you see yourself is a very blurry version of the future. So you need to sit down, self-reflect, and ask yourself such questions. Where do I see myself in 5 years? What do I see myself enjoying doing? What does my Monday morning look like? What will make me feel really fulfilled? What will make me feel really happy? What is my big dream? What kind of job do I want? What kind of an office do I want to be a part of? What kind of a work environment, culture do I want to be a part of? What kind of money do I want to make? How many hours do I want to work? Do I want to work flexibly, remotely? Please remember that your career is one part of your life. It's not your entire life. You have to make sure that your life does not revolve around your career. In fact, that your life fits in well with your career fits well with your life. So once you're sure and you're really crystal clear and you've written down in your journal, in your diary, made a post-it notes out of it as to where you see yourself in the next 5 years or even 5 months, you sit down and go on to step number 2. And ask yourself, am I ready for the change? Most of us stop at this step because we are not ready to face our fears. But once you're uncomfortable, once you're actually feeling like you need to change something and you're feeling fearful, you have to know and realize and ask yourself, am I truly ready? Is this the time for me to be making this change, or should I wait for a little bit? Maybe you have financial responsibilities, maybe you have family responsibilities, maybe it's just not the right time for you to make that change. But I will say one thing, my friends, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s or 50s, there is no right time to make that change. Take that leap of faith into the career that you want. And we know plenty of people who have pivoted their careers and people who have embraced this change and are successful today. So you have to have that confidence that yes, this is the right time for me to be making this change. The next step is, once you know you're ready, once you know that this is the right time for you to change your career, the next thing that you need to be prepared for is the struggle. No career change comes without struggle. So you have to ask yourself, what am I ready to compromise on? Now, for example, you are somebody in a very, very steady, high-paying job and you want to now become a photographer. Now, you wanting to become a photographer is great because that's your passion. But you will have to struggle initially. That means you will have to work probably longer hours, maybe in the evening or on weekends to learn more about photography. You'll have to start building your portfolio from scratch. You'll have to spend some money getting a camera and equipment, and the next would be the financial impact of these things. So if you're planning to take the leap into a new career, the income may take some time to get to the level that you want to be at. So be very sure and be very much ready as to, yes, this is going to be a struggle for a little bit and I will need to make these compromises in the short run to be able to be happy in the long run. Be honest with yourself. When I switched my career from being in a steady corporate job to now being an entrepreneur, a digital creator, mentor, a coach, the first few months I did not make much money. And I'll be very honest with you, it was not the same as my full-time salary. But if you're willing to make a change, then be prepared for the consequences of it. Now that could be you wanting to move from one job to another as well. Maybe you're somebody who is more creative. You want a more creative kind of job, but you're stuck in something that's analytical. When you do decide to switch, you may have to come in at a lower position because you don't have the experience that the recruiter is looking for. So these kind of sacrifices you will need to make in the short run if you really want to pivot your career. But the best thing is that when you are in a career that you really love and you're passionate about it, you will give it your 100%. I know it, you know it. And when you do give it your 100%, the money will come at the right time. You just will need to be a little bit patient. Short-term pain versus long-term gain. Think about it like that. If you're finding this video useful, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. The fourth step now after this is make an inventory of all your achievements, all your skills, and figure out what are the gaps that you have on your CV, on your skill set. So if you want to move from X to Y, what are the things that you need to do to bridge that gap of information, of knowledge, of skills? Does that mean you need to take extra courses? Does that mean that you need to do some online classes? Does that mean you need to do unpaid internships to get real life work experience? When we're pivoting a career, like I said, you may have to start from scratch. And if you're starting from scratch, be prepared to work hard to fill those gaps. So first and foremost, make a list of all your current skills and all your current achievements, everything that you have already on your CV that you already possess. Then make another list of all the skills that you need for your future role, for your future job, for your future venture. Some of these skills you will already have, and these are called transferable skills. Transferable skills are those skills that you take with you from one job to another, from one role to another. So for example, I was in financial consulting back in India, but in the UK, I worked in strategy consulting. Finance and strategy are two very different things. But what was common was communication, dealing with stakeholders, coming up with solutions to problems as a consultant, and being willing to travel here and there. So do make sure you watch my video on transferable skills from one job to another through the link above. So similarly, do make sure you make a list of all the things that you can carry on from your previous experience to your future. No experience ever goes to waste, and that is when your experience will come handy. So don't think of it as lack of experience to go into this new career. Think of it as an asset that you're already coming with so much experience. So going back to that example of becoming a photographer, probably you are somebody who is already very good at dealing with people. Maybe you're good at editing. Maybe photography has always been your hobby and you're already very good at it. The next step is that we need to talk to people who are already in the career that we want to be in. This is the part where you use your network, or you go and build a new network. Seek out people with experiences. Who's successful in the industry that you want to be in. Find somebody who can give you valuable advice as to how they made it in this industry. There's always somebody who's done something similar who can help us, who wants to help us. So don't be shy to reach out to these people on platforms like LinkedIn, or it could be you reaching out to a friend or a cousin who can give you an introduction to somebody who is currently in your field of interest. So that's when you have a conversation with them and take the wisdom from them. Learn from their tips, learn from their successes. Make notes, have an insightful conversation, ask them questions. And during these conversations with people who are experienced, you will be able to realize what exactly you want to do next, and also whether this career path is for you or not. Maybe during this process of meeting people, talking to people, you realize, no, I don't want this career. There are too many struggles in it. Maybe it's not the right time for me. That will help you pause your plan as well. So definitely reach out to people in your dream profession and ask them for all the valuable advice that they can give you. The last step is nothing worth having comes without execution. You need to execute on your plans, on your big ideas. You can't think, oh yes, Mehar, I want to be an entrepreneur one day, but I will do it after 5 years. That's great. But why don't you take some mini steps right now, today, to work towards your big goal? A career change doesn't happen just like that. You have to start building a foundation. You have to start building a base. It's not all roses and rainbows. You have to sit down and make a plan for yourself. Okay, this week I'm going to talk to 10 people. Next week I'm going to work on my CV. And for the next 3 months, I'm going to finish this one course. Make a massive action plan for yourself. You need to get real with a daily grind. If you want to pivot your career and you're already in a full-time job, you need to take out the time for your big dreams. Nobody can do the work for you other than yourself. If you want more videos on how to plan, how to execute your plans and just be more organized, let me know in the comments below. I hope this video was useful for you, my friends. Please know that career changes are not easy, but they're definitely worth it. If you follow my guide step by step, what we've discussed today, I'm telling you it's going to be much easier than doing it alone. Please remember, you're not alone on this journey at all. We have been there, I have been there, and we are here to support you. I'll be back soon with another video, but until then, be very confident as to what you want to do next and keep working hard towards your big dreams. I hope to see you soon. Bye.